Yo, what's up everybody, this is Sebadam, and I'm here to make a quick tutorial on how to do the chain wave dash on the wall. But before I do so, let me show you a clip that I posted to Twitter and Reddit in order for you to gain an understanding of how it will be used in a real match. So that clip gained a decent amount of traction and many people were surprised and wondered how I did this. And once I started seeing the replies that people were giving, I did a bit of research on YouTube to see what type of tutorials there were for wall wave dashes. And weirdly enough, there weren't any that used the same technique that I do, not even in the video that Squishy Muffins posted a day ago. Essentially, most people seem to believe that you should always hold power slide and just pray to Jesus that you have the perfect setup and are able to spam jump fast enough. But luckily enough, you do not need to do that with the method I'm about to show. First of all, let me show you how it should look with the control overlay, and then I'll show general progression you can use to master this method. So basically, just start off by learning how to flip into the wall while going at full speed. The faster you're going, the easier it's going to be, and this is a great starting point as it teaches you the general mechanics. You can also play around with going at lower speeds and practicing those as well, but at this point you don't really need to chain anything. So when you get a bit more comfortable with that, you should just learn how to do many of them in a row, as you can see in the video, and just get a general feel for that as well. But as you can see, the main issue you get here is that you simply just end up facing the roof, and that's not really useful whatsoever. And so now you should try to learn how to jump into the wall and correct your car immediately. So as you can see, I just flip into the wall and then I use the left joystick to correct my car and just make sure that I'm still facing forwards. You might find it harder to do if you leave big gaps in between each flip, as it can slow you down. And generally it is better to be facing down the wall than up the wall, so it's safer to overcorrect than undercorrect. And finally, you just want to do all of that as fast as you can. Once you get comfortable enough, boost is not going to be much of an issue, as the key thing here is momentum. And that's the main advantage of this mechanic, is that you're able to gain speed while having no boost. So before I finish the video, I wanted to show a couple of examples of how you can use it in game and show you what the opponent sees. So in this game, as you can see, I don't manage to grab the boost, but due to the chain dash on the wall, I'm able to gain speed and catch up to the ball pretty easily. And also, another thing is that from the opponent's view, it looks pretty strange, and it's something that they may not expect, especially as this mechanic is not very commonly used right now. Here's another example. This is the same clip that I showed at the start, and it's the same principle. The ball is near the wall, and I have no boost, so the best way for me to catch up to it and get supersonic speed would be by chain dashing on the wall. Once again, this is from the opponent's perspective, and as you can see, I gain speed at a pretty unnatural pace, which makes this look very strange. Also, people could potentially think that I'm about to jump off the wall, as you can see the smoke coming from under my car, and you can also hear the jump sound. A few quick points I want to say just to conclude the video is that this can be done anywhere on the wall. You don't need to start doing it near the bottom as you would in the other variation. Also, the main thing needed for this mechanic to work properly is for you to have some momentum. It can obviously be done with very little momentum, but it's a lot harder. So this means that boost is not necessary. Lastly, you do not need to hold power slide in order to make this work, as you would in the other variation. So that concludes the video. Thank you for watching, and please follow me on my social medias and subscribe to my channel. See ya.